Hi and welcome to tonight's tutorial. I'm Pam Wrigley and I am a makeup artist and hairstylist, a bridal makeup artist and hairstylist. Now let me just check my camera again, just bear with me 1 second. That's better. So I'm a bridal makeup artist and hairstylist, and tonight I'm going to show you a fabulous style that I created on one of my brides just the other week. In fact, it was the weekend of the coronation, and we had the coronation on in the background. And she had very long, thick, heavy hair, and she wanted. When we did the trial, she wasn't sure whether she wanted to have her hair down, half up, half down, or up in a bun. So we actually ended up doing both styles. So I'm going to show you tonight how to do 2 styles in one. Now, if you have any questions as we go through the tutorial, please just pop your questions into the chat box. I can see a couple of people saying hi. Hi, is that Sam, I think? Suzette, Adwa, Louisa, thank you for joining me tonight. So if you have any questions as we go through the tutorial, please just pop them in the chat box and I will try to keep my eye on it. I think I say this every week, but I always get a bit carried away when I'm doing the hairstyles. So just bear with me if I don't kind of get to your question straight away. I will do my best. And it could be about, your questions could be about tonight's bridal hairstyle or the hair prep, the products I use, or it could be about anything to do with working as a bridal hairstylist. Now, we do have our YouTube channel you're watching me on tonight. So if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you want a little bit more in-depth learning, then we have our online bridal hair course, and we've got 2 courses available. We have our beginners course, so our introduction to bridal hair, which just kind of gets you started. So that's the level 1. And then we've got our level 2. And when you graduate from that course, you can get your professional insurance, so you can start working as a bridal hairstylist, which is a fabulous career. I started doing this when my children were young, and it allowed me to kind of stay at home, look after my babies, work a couple of days a week. And here I am now kind of doing lots and lots and lots of brides. So let's get started now. Let me just check again. Hi, Kiki. Let me just check these questions super quick. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, sorry, Ivana, you couldn't connect last time. We do have them. I'm going to check to see if the one last week is up online. To be honest, last week, I wasn't very happy with last week, Ivana. So, because the practice head, she's now clean, washed and fresh, and she just had too much product on her last week. So now I might do that tutorial again. So you'll be able to watch it again. And we've got some new Hollywood Wave tutorials going onto the e-learning platform, so keep an eye on there as well. So I've done some hair prep on our lady today, and basically I have put a little bit of mousse into the practice head, and then I've just curled the hair using my Babyliss 25mm tongs, and we've got this lovely soft bouncy curl, and I've already done a little bit of work on the style. So we've got the start of our half up, half down style. Now we have got one of these tutorials in our previous live tutorial, so I've not done the whole of the half up, half down for you tonight, but you can, go back into our catalogue of styles and find a beautiful half up, half down style, which is kind of fairly similar to this one. I've curled the hair backwards away from the face, and then I'm just going to take these sections. You can kind of give it a little twist. You could do a braid here if you wanted to. And let's just get it nice and loose and gorgeous and kind of decide where we want that hair to sit. And I would say, actually, I've got a mirror just offset here. That's better. Just kind of there, I think. And then we're going to secure it in place at the back. find a little spot for her. So we've got some lovely piecey sections of hair here. And to be honest, to tell you what makes it really easy to create this kind of piecey look is just the mousse in the hair helps to start off with. And then when I curl the hair, I use a little bit of Infineon, the stronghold hairspray, on the hair just before I curled the hair. Let's put that in, make sure that that bobby pin's hidden. And I know it's not easy to see here on YouTube what I'm doing kind of up close and in detail, but we do show you how to secure the, oh, I don't know if you can hear that fire engine. I live opposite a fire station, so we do get a little bit of interruption now and again. But we do show on our e-learning platform, on both our beginners course and on our level 2 course, how to secure the hair without, so you make sure you don't have any visible bobby pins. And then this is quite a good style to do. Actually, this is a good way if you're doing a trial run for somebody. So before I go and meet a bride for the first time on the wedding day, I will do a trial run first of all. So we can try different ideas. And sometimes they're not sure whether they want to have their hair up or their hair down. Sometimes they don't even know whether they want curls or a wave. So what I will do usually on the trial is I'll do half of the hair at the back with a wave using the different technique to get using the tongs to get that lovely soft wave in the hair. And then on the other side, I will do curls and I'll let them have a look and then they can decide whether they prefer waves or curls. So that's the first thing you could do on a trial. And then, if they're not sure if they want their hair up or down, once you've created your lovely half up style, you can just go straight into the kind of low bun without having to take it down and start again. So it's kind of a good way of doing a little transition so your bride can have different options when you meet her for the first time. She might decide she wants to do, have both styles on the wedding day, the way my bride did on the coronation wedding, Alice. So we're going to use a little bit of padding, and I've used a donut here. Well, it was a donut that I've cut in half, and I unraveled it a little bit. And and it's quite a big chunk of donut. And you can get different this kind of stuff called Afro kinky hair that you can put inside it. But actually, I've discovered that you can just roll up your little bit of donut. And depends how much you want. Let me do that a little bit loose because you don't want it too tight. The key is we don't necessarily want that donut shape. So we want to get a kind of round, fat ball of shape almost. Something like that, okay? And then you can just pin that together with a hair pin. I can find it, that's it. So I'm just going to put the pin in, come out, do a little up and over. Not easy to see, but we do have these on our e-learning platform, showing you how to do all these little different things that make your job easier. So, and then let's check our questions again. Let's have a look. On the crown, would you continue curling towards the center? Good question. Actually, what I do on the crown is no, I don't continue curling towards the center. It's a good question, actually. So at the back here, Louisa, you can see these curls have curled in this way. These curls went in this way. But on the crown, I actually went horizontal with the tongs just from the back of the crown up to the front. I was horizontal with the tongs so that it helps me get this root lift. So if you continue vertical when you come up here, then the curls just come down, and then you've got to try and get some lift here and some shape. So you're kind of not fighting a losing battle, but you've got to put a bit more energy into it. Whereas if you go I call it when you kind of over direct, the way you would do if you're putting a heated roller in, or if you were blow drying the hair, and you kind of over direct the hair and curl. You do the same with the tongs. So you would get the section of hair, over direct it, so you're kind of taking it away from where you want it to be, and then you curl back. And then when you take the hair off, and I usually pin the curls up on the crown as well. When you take the curls down, you get this lovely root lift and you get a curl. So thank you for that question, Louisa. Very good question. I'm going to put some slightly smaller pins on this padding because it's not a big piece of padding and I don't want those pins sticking out everywhere. So the lady who got married on Coronation Day, was it the 7th or 8th of May? I remember the day. Anyway, she originally was getting married in 2019 and then she rearranged it to May 2020, which was right in the middle of COVID. So then she had to rearrange again to, let's put this padding on here. So she rearranged again to 2023. And I remember when she told me the date, it kind of felt like we'd never get to 2023. And now here we are. She's had her wedding. That's it. So let's do our little up and over technique here. Let me just come over this side a little bit. Make sure you can still see what I'm doing. So I'm going in with the strong hairpin, coming out again. Now I don't have to put any kind of grips at the back of here to anchor these hairpins onto, because of course we've got all these bobby pins that are holding up this kind of half up style. And what I find, in fact, that is really secure. And then what I usually do then is we're just going to cover the padding with the curls that we've got. And we don't have to, that's better. We don't want to do too much to the curls, especially if she's going to take the style down later. If your bride definitely knows she wants to take the style down, then I wouldn't kind of brush through the curls or do anything like that, because if you do, you find you have to kind of put the hair in odd positions on the padding. And of course if she wants to take it down, you want to try and keep the curls intact so that they come down and they still look lovely. And we're just going to pick up a chunk of curls, do a little twist. So it's actually really easy for the bridesmaids to take down as well, because you won't necessarily be there. I'm very rare. I don't stay on to take the hair kind of style down. So you want to, if they do want this 2-in-1 style, you need to make sure that it's easy to take down. So really, basically, they just want to take all the pins out. And at the moment, I'm just propping the hair up. Let's see if I can show you this with one of my strong straight hairpins. I'm just popping that in and just popping those into the padding. So even if your client has really long, thick, heavy hair, we're not using the padding to make the bun bigger. We're using the padding to give us an anchor. If she had really fine hair, then we would be using the padding to make the hair bigger. But not today. Not today, Josephine. Okay, let's keep going. Pick up another section. And also what I've found is that you don't want to do this in too many sections. So I'm going to try and do this in 3 sections, 3 chunks of curls, because otherwise it kind of looks a little bit too kind of messy. And it's kind of got to look effortless. You don't want it to be too piecey. Let me just have a quick look at where I'm up to. This is where we've got our end here. So you're working with the shape that the curl is going in. So you don't need to try and kind of force it to go anywhere it doesn't want to go. You've got that padding. It's perfect for giving you a little anchor to hold everything to. And what you can do here as well, if you wanted to, you could put a little elastic band on the bottom, but then it makes it a bit harder for people to take it out. But if she's going to keep it up, then I might well be tempted to to do that. I'm just using a pin to prop that in position. Yeah, if she was going to keep this style in, you know, you could do this with any length hair, then you might want to just put a little elastic bands on the ends of the hair here. So it gives you something to kind of anchor and to grip to. Here we go. So, you know, I find this, I did this style actually for a lady on Sunday for a trial run. And because she didn't know whether she wanted curl or a wave, she didn't know whether she wanted her hair half up or up in a bun. So we did exactly this style. She hasn't decided yet. I took lots of photographs and she's going to take them away. And when she gets her dress, she's going to make her final decision. But it's good to give people a choice. And I think when you're doing your trial run, I don't have a time limit when I do a trial run. Because I think it's good to give people the option to try more than one style. I think we're almost there, you know. That's a little bit loose, that one, isn't it? That's a little bit low there. Let me see if I can pick that up. But I think we're actually, because we want it to look loose and gorgeous, but we do want it to be secure. We might give her a shake in a minute. Let's see. Yeah, looks loose, but it's actually nice and secure. I think I need to just, I'm not happy with this. You know what I probably do? The bit I'm not happy with is just, I don't know if you can see it on camera, there's a few little loose curls there that I think I would tweak if I had a little bit more time. Or actually, I would definitely tweak them if this was her wedding day. There, that's better. Should we put some accessories in? Let me check our questions first. Let's have a look. Oh, looks effortless. Thank you. Oh gosh, look, you can see my little. Let me cover my nose up. Got two little sores there. Let's have a look. It's beautiful. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it, Ivana. Thank you, Adjua. Glad you like it. And Louisa. It is effortless. This style actually is effortless. Super easy. So let's get our accessories in. Now I've got my tail comb here and I'm going to use a couple of little, let me turn around for you. It is a gorgeous style, isn't it? And she could actually easily take this down. You can see the detail that we started off with at the beginning, this little twist and pull at the top here is actually part of the overall style. Don't try not to pull things out with your fingers when you're moving your hands around. Let's pop that in. Lovely. That is so pretty. Fabulous. Let me bring her a little bit closer so you can have a look. That's our gorgeous 2-in-1 style. So we've gone from our lovely half up, half down style into our beautiful low messy bun for long, thick, heavy hair. So I hope you've enjoyed tonight's tutorial. I've enjoyed it. If you have any styles that you particularly like to learn, please get in touch. And don't forget you can learn with me both here on YouTube and on our e-learning platform. Got a 50% offer on at the moment. So don't wait too long. And I think that's it. I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you for joining me, guys. Take care. Bye. Oh, let me check the questions again. I think I've got everything this time. I haven't forgotten anyone. Take care. Bye.